Have you ever climbed into bed feeling completely exhausted, only to spend the next hour staring at the ceiling while your mind refuses to slow down? You're not alone. Millions of people struggle to fall asleep, wake up repeatedly during the night, or rise in the morning feeling as though they barely slept at all. Many turn to sleeping pills or quick-fix supplements hoping for instant relief, but these options aren't always the best long-term solution. What if some of the most effective sleep-supporting remedies have been growing in gardens, forests, and fields for centuries? Long before modern medicine existed, civilizations across Europe, Asia, and the Americas relied on carefully selected herbs, roots, flowers, and fruits to help calm the nervous system and prepare the body for restful sleep. Today, researchers are discovering that many of these traditional plants contain natural compounds capable of supporting healthy sleep in remarkable ways. Some encourage the activity of calming brain chemicals, such as GABA. Others help regulate stress hormones like cortisol, while certain fruits naturally provide melatonin, the hormone responsible for controlling your sleep-wake cycle. Rather than forcing the body into sleep, many of these plants simply remove the obstacles that prevent it from resting naturally. In this video, you'll discover 10 of the most fascinating sleep-supporting plants backed by both traditional wisdom and growing scientific evidence. We'll explore how each one works, what modern research says, the best ways to use it, and why people around the world have trusted these natural remedies for generations. Whether your biggest challenge is stress, anxiety, an overactive mind, or simply poor quality sleep, there may be a plant that fits your particular situation. While these remedies are not miracle cures and should never replace medical care when needed, they can become valuable tools in building a healthier nighttime routine. Let's begin with one of the most respected sleep herbs ever discovered. Valerian root has earned its reputation as one of the world's best-known natural sleep remedies, and for good reason. Its history stretches back more than 2,000 years to ancient Greece and Rome, where physicians recommended it for nervousness, headaches, and difficulty sleeping. Throughout the Middle Ages, families across Europe kept dried valerian root in their homes, preparing soothing teas whenever someone struggled with restlessness. Although its strong earthy smell isn't particularly pleasant, generations continued using it because the results often spoke for themselves. Modern science has uncovered why valerian has remained so popular. The root contains naturally occurring compounds, including valerianic acids, that appear to support the activity of GABA, one of the brain's primary calming neurotransmitters. GABA acts like the body's natural brake pedal, slowing excessive nerve activity and helping the mind transition from alertness to relaxation. When this calming system functions well, racing thoughts become quieter, muscle tension eases, and falling asleep often becomes much easier. Several clinical studies have suggested that valerian root may improve overall sleep quality while shortening the amount of time needed to fall asleep. Unlike many prescription sleep medications, it generally doesn't leave healthy adults feeling heavily groggy the next morning when used appropriately. Many people notice the greatest benefit after using it consistently for several days or weeks rather than expecting immediate results after a single dose. Valerian is commonly prepared as a tea, capsule, tincture, or standardized extract. Because its natural aroma can be quite strong, capsules are often the preferred choice. Herbalists typically recommend taking it about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime as part of a relaxing evening routine. It's important to avoid combining valerian with alcohol or other sedative medications unless advised by a healthcare professional, as the calming effects may become too strong. One lesson valerian teaches us is that healthy sleep isn't always about forcing the body to shut down. Sometimes it's simply about giving the brain permission to slow down naturally. That same gentle philosophy continues with our next remarkable plant, one whose soothing fragrance alone has helped people relax for thousands of years. Lavender is one of the few plants whose calming reputation is recognized almost everywhere in the world. Ancient Egyptians used it during bathing rituals, while the Romans filled their homes with its pleasant fragrance after long days of work. Across Europe, dried lavender flowers were commonly placed beneath pillows or sewn into small fabric sachets to encourage peaceful sleep. Today, lavender remains one of the most researched herbs for relaxation, and modern findings continue to support many of these traditional practices. Unlike herbs that are primarily consumed as teas or supplements, lavender works through both the senses and the body. Its essential oils contain compounds such as linalool and linalool acetate, which appear to influence areas of the brain involved in emotional regulation and stress. Simply inhaling the aroma may help lower nervous system activity, allowing the body to shift away from its fight or flight state and toward relaxation. Clinical studies have shown that people exposed to lavender before bedtime often experience better sleep quality, longer periods of deep sleep, and improved morning alertness. Researchers have also found that lavender may reduce mild anxiety, one of the leading causes of poor sleep. This makes it especially helpful for individuals who feel mentally tense rather than physically restless. There are many easy ways to enjoy lavender. A diffuser filled with lavender essential oil can create a calming bedroom environment. A few drops placed on a pillow, a warm evening bath, or a gentle cup of lavender tea may all help signal that the day is coming to an end. The key is consistency. When used as part of the same relaxing bedtime routine each evening, lavender becomes a powerful cue that tells both the brain and body it's time to rest. While lavender helps many people unwind through its soothing aroma, our next plant offers comfort in a completely different way. It has become one of the world's most beloved bedtime teas because it gently relaxes both the mind and the digestive system at the same time. Chamomile has been treasured as a calming herb for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians considered it one of their most valuable medicinal plants, while Greek and Roman healers used it to soothe both physical discomfort and emotional stress. Over time, chamomile tea became a nightly tradition in countless households across Europe, eventually earning its place as one of the most popular natural sleep beverages in the world. Scientists now know that chamomile contains a flavonoid called apigenin, a natural compound that interacts with specific receptors in the brain associated with relaxation. These interactions may help reduce nervous tension while encouraging feelings of calmness before bedtime. Unlike stronger sedatives, chamomile works gently, making it suitable for many people seeking gradual support rather than an overpowering effect. Research has linked chamomile tea with improvements in sleep quality, especially among individuals experiencing mild anxiety or temporary sleep disturbances. Some studies have also found that regular chamomile consumption may reduce nighttime awakenings while promoting a greater sense of relaxation before bed. Another important benefit is its ability to soothe mild digestive discomfort, which often goes unnoticed as a hidden cause of restless nights. Preparing chamomile is wonderfully simple. Steep dried flowers or a quality tea bag in hot water for about 5 to 10 minutes before bedtime. Some people enjoy adding a small spoonful of honey for flavor, while others combine chamomile with other calming herbs such as lemon balm. Because of its gentle nature, chamomile has earned one of the longest records of traditional use among bedtime herbs. The beauty of chamomile lies in its simplicity. Sometimes the most effective sleep support doesn't come from the strongest remedy, but from a gentle nightly ritual repeated consistently. And as you'll soon discover, our next plant builds on that same calming foundation in a unique and fascinating way. Passionflower has one of the most unusual names and beautiful blossoms of any medicinal plant, yet beneath its delicate appearance lies a remarkable history of helping people find restful sleep. Native to the Americas, this climbing vine was traditionally used by indigenous communities long before it became popular in European herbal medicine. By the 19th century, physicians and herbalists were recommending passionflower for nervous tension, emotional stress, and sleepless nights. Unlike remedies aimed at physical discomfort, passionflower became especially valued for calming an overactive mind. Many people know exactly what that feels like. The body is tired, but the mind refuses to cooperate. Thoughts about tomorrow's responsibilities, unfinished conversations, financial worries, or daily stress continue to circle endlessly. Instead of drifting into sleep, the brain remains trapped in a cycle of constant activity. This is where passionflower appears to shine. Rather than acting as a heavy sedative, it may help quiet excessive mental stimulation, making it easier for the body to relax naturally. Researchers believe passionflower supports sleep partly by encouraging healthy GABA activity within the brain. GABA functions as one of the body's primary calming neurotransmitters, helping reduce excessive nerve signaling that contributes to anxiety and restlessness. Several laboratory studies suggest that compounds naturally present in passionflower may gently enhance this calming pathway without producing the same dependence associated with many pharmaceutical sleep medications. Clinical research has produced encouraging results. In one study, adults who regularly consumed passionflower tea reported noticeable improvements in sleep quality after only a short period of use. Other research suggests that passionflower may reduce mild anxiety, which is one of the most common reasons people struggle to fall asleep despite feeling physically exhausted. While larger studies are still needed, the combination of traditional use and modern evidence has made passionflower one of the most respected herbs for stress-related insomnia. Preparing passionflower is relatively simple. The dried leaves and flowers are commonly brewed into a mild herbal tea, while standardized extracts and tinctures are also widely available. Many herbal practitioners recommend taking passionflower about an hour before bedtime, allowing its calming effects to develop gradually. Some traditional formulas combine passionflower with valerian root or lemon balm because these herbs support relaxation through slightly different mechanisms. One of the greatest strengths of passionflower is that it doesn't try to overpower the body. Instead, it helps create the mental conditions necessary for healthy sleep to happen naturally. For people whose biggest obstacle is a mind that simply won't slow down, passionflower may become an invaluable part of an evening routine. And speaking of gentle relaxation, the next herb on our list has been quietly helping people unwind for thousands of years with its refreshing citrus aroma and remarkably mild nature. Lemon balm belongs to the mint family, but its fragrance is noticeably softer, carrying a fresh lemon scent that immediately creates a feeling of calm. Native to Southern Europe and the Mediterranean region, this herb has been cultivated for more than 2,000 years. Ancient Greek physicians praised it for lifting the mood, while medieval monks carefully grew lemon balm inside monastery gardens where it became one of their favorite remedies for nervousness, emotional tension, and difficulty sleeping. Unlike stronger sedative herbs, lemon balm works with a gentle touch. Many people describe its effects as taking the edge off a stressful day rather than making them feel sleepy immediately. That subtle approach has made lemon balm especially popular among individuals who want to relax without experiencing excessive drowsiness. For someone dealing with mild anxiety, emotional overwhelm, or constant mental pressure, that gentle support can make a meaningful difference when bedtime arrives. Modern research suggests that lemon balm contains compounds capable of supporting GABA activity while also helping reduce feelings of stress. Scientists have observed improvements in relaxation, mood, and sleep quality among participants using lemon balm extracts in several small clinical studies. When paired with valerian root, the results appear even more promising, with some studies showing improvements in both sleep quality and nighttime restlessness. Preparing lemon balm couldn't be easier. Fresh leaves make a wonderfully fragrant tea, while dried leaves, tinctures, and standardized capsules are also commonly used. Many people enjoy drinking a warm cup in the early evening as part of their wind-down routine, allowing both the soothing aroma and calming compounds to gradually prepare the body for sleep. Because of its pleasant taste, lemon balm is often easier to incorporate into daily life than stronger herbs with more intense flavors. One overlooked benefit of lemon balm is its ability to ease mild digestive discomfort. Stress and digestion are closely connected, and an unsettled stomach can quietly interfere with restful sleep. By helping both the nervous system and digestive system relax, lemon balm addresses two common obstacles at the same time. Its versatility explains why it has remained a favorite among herbalists for centuries and continues attracting attention from modern researchers today. While lemon balm gently calms the nervous system, our next plant approaches sleep from a completely different direction. Instead of working primarily on the brain, it begins by helping the body manage one of the biggest hidden causes of poor sleep, chronic stress. Ashwagandha has been one of the foundations of Ayurvedic medicine for more than 3,000 years. In India, it has long been regarded as a rejuvenating herb that strengthens the body while improving resilience against physical and emotional stress. Rather than acting like a traditional sleeping herb, ashwagandha belongs to a unique group of plants known as adaptogens. These plants don't force a specific response. Instead, they help the body adapt more effectively to ongoing stress and restore balance over time. This distinction is extremely important. Many people don't lose sleep because they lack natural sleep hormones. Instead, their bodies remain stuck in a heightened state of alertness. Elevated cortisol, often called the stress hormone, tells the brain to stay awake and prepared for action even when it's time to rest. As long as cortisol remains elevated late into the evening, quality sleep becomes much more difficult to achieve. Research suggests that ashwagandha may help regulate cortisol levels while supporting the body's overall stress response. Several randomized clinical trials have reported improvements in sleep quality, sleep efficiency, and the time required to fall asleep among adults taking standardized ashwagandha extracts. Participants also experienced noticeable reductions in anxiety and perceived stress, reinforcing the close relationship between emotional well-being and restorative sleep. Traditionally, ashwagandha powder has been mixed into warm milk with spices before bedtime, creating a comforting nighttime beverage often referred to as moon milk. Today, capsules, powders, and standardized extracts offer convenient alternatives. Unlike fast-acting sleep herbs, ashwagandha usually provides its greatest benefits after several weeks of consistent use, as it gradually helps the body become more resilient to everyday stress. Ashwagandha reminds us that better sleep isn't always about treating the night itself. Sometimes the real solution begins during the day, by reducing the stress that quietly builds for hours before bedtime. By supporting healthier stress management, this remarkable adaptogen creates an environment where restful sleep becomes much more likely to occur naturally. Magnolia bark has been treasured in traditional Chinese medicine for well over 2,000 years, making it one of the oldest natural remedies still used for relaxation and restful sleep. Known as Ho Po in Chinese herbal traditions, it was traditionally prescribed to calm emotional tension, ease digestive discomfort, and help people whose minds remained active long after the sun had set. Unlike many herbs that became popular only in recent decades, magnolia bark has survived thousands of years of practical use, passing from one generation of healers to the next. One of the reasons this ancient remedy continues to attract scientific attention is its unique collection of natural compounds. Researchers have identified two particularly important substances called hinokiol and magnolia. These plant compounds appear to support the activity of GABA receptors in the brain, helping the nervous system shift into a calmer, more relaxed state. While scientists are still studying exactly how these compounds work, early findings suggest they may help reduce nervous tension without producing the heavy next-day grogginess often associated with stronger sleep medications. Another interesting feature of magnolia bark is its potential to help people who fall asleep easily but wake up several times during the night. For many individuals, nighttime awakenings are linked to stress hormones that rise while the body should be resting. Some research suggests magnolia bark may help support a healthier stress response during the night, allowing sleep to continue without frequent interruptions. This makes it especially appealing for people who don't necessarily struggle to fall asleep, but have difficulty staying asleep until morning. Several laboratory and clinical studies have investigated the calming properties of hinokiol and magnolia. Researchers have observed improvements in relaxation, reduced feelings of anxiety, and support for healthy sleep patterns. Although additional large-scale human studies are still needed, the growing body of evidence closely matches centuries of traditional experience. This combination of historical use and modern investigation has made magnolia bark one of the most respected herbs in many natural sleep formulations. Magnolia bark is commonly available as capsules, standardized extracts, and herbal teas. Most herbal practitioners recommend taking it 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime, giving the active compounds time to support the body's natural relaxation process. As with other calming herbs, it should not be combined with sedative medications unless approved by a healthcare professional. Perhaps the greatest lesson magnolia bark teaches is that quality sleep often depends on maintaining balance throughout the entire night, not simply falling asleep quickly. While magnolia bark focuses on helping the nervous system remain calm, our next remarkable plant supports sleep in a completely different way by working with one of the body's own natural sleep hormones. Saffron is often celebrated as the world's most expensive spice, but its remarkable health benefits may be even more valuable than its culinary reputation. Harvested from the delicate purple flowers of Crocus sativus, each bloom produces only 3 tiny crimson threads, all of which must be carefully picked by hand. This painstaking process explains saffron's extraordinary value, but for thousands of years people across Persia, India, and the Mediterranean believed its true worth extended far beyond the kitchen. Ancient physicians praised saffron for lifting the mood, supporting emotional well-being, and promoting peaceful sleep. Modern researchers are now discovering that these traditional observations may have been surprisingly accurate. Saffron contains several powerful plant compounds, including crocin and saffronal, which appear to influence important neurotransmitters involved in mood regulation. Healthy serotonin activity is especially important because serotonin serves as a building block for melatonin, the hormone that controls our natural sleep-wake cycle. Several randomized clinical trials have reported encouraging results for individuals experiencing mild insomnia or poor quality sleep. Participants taking standardized saffron extracts often experienced improvements in sleep duration, overall sleep quality, and morning alertness. Many also reported lower levels of stress and anxiety, two common barriers that prevent the brain from transitioning into restful sleep. Unlike stronger sedatives that simply suppress brain activity, saffron appears to support the body's natural sleep processes while also helping improve emotional balance. Another fascinating advantage of saffron is its extremely small serving size. Just a few threads added to warm milk, herbal tea, or water can provide its distinctive aroma and vibrant golden color. Standardized supplements are also widely available for individuals seeking consistent daily amounts. Because saffron is so concentrated, a little truly goes a long way. Researchers continue to explore saffron's potential role in supporting emotional wellness, and that connection may explain why it helps so many people sleep better. When the mind feels calmer during the day, restful sleep often follows naturally at night. Saffron reminds us that emotional health and sleep quality are deeply connected, and supporting one frequently improves the other. While saffron helps encourage the body's own sleep chemistry, the next natural remedy takes an even more direct approach. Instead of simply supporting melatonin production, it naturally contains measurable amounts of this important sleep hormone, making it one of the most fascinating foods for better sleep. Tart cherries have become one of the most researched natural foods for improving sleep, and their popularity continues to grow for a very simple reason. Unlike most fruits, tart cherries naturally contain melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating the body's internal clock. Every evening, your brain releases melatonin to signal that it's time to wind down. As we grow older, produce more stress, or experience irregular sleep schedules, natural melatonin production can decline, making restful sleep more difficult to achieve. For generations, tart cherries were valued mainly for their rich flavor and ability to ease muscle soreness after physical activity. It wasn't until researchers began analyzing their nutritional profile that another remarkable discovery emerged. Along with melatonin, tart cherries contain anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that help reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. Chronic inflammation has increasingly been linked to poor sleep quality, making tart cherries beneficial in more than one way. Clinical studies have shown promising results. Adults who consumed unsweetened tart cherry juice regularly often experience longer sleep duration, improved sleep efficiency, and increased melatonin levels compared with those who consumed a placebo beverage. Some participants also reported waking fewer times during the night and feeling more refreshed the following morning. These findings have made tart cherries one of the few whole foods with consistent scientific evidence supporting healthy sleep. The simplest way to enjoy tart cherries is by drinking a small glass of unsweetened tart cherry juice 1 to 2 hours before bedtime. Dried tart cherries can also make a light evening snack, although it's important to choose varieties without excessive added sugar. Because they are a food rather than an herbal supplement, many people find tart cherries easy to include in a long-term bedtime routine. One important point to remember is that tart cherries are not magic. They work best when combined with healthy sleep habits, regular bedtime routines, and a balanced diet. Together, these simple practices create the ideal environment for your body's natural sleep hormones to do what they were designed to do. And finally, our last featured plant takes us back to one of the world's oldest healing traditions, where stress management has always been considered the foundation of healthy sleep. Holy basil, better known as Tulsi, has been called the queen of herbs for thousands of years, and in many parts of India it is still treated as a sacred plant rather than simply another medicinal herb. Families have traditionally grown Tulsi just outside their homes, not only as a symbol of health and protection but also as a daily reminder of the close relationship between nature and well-being. While many herbs are used only when illness appears, Tulsi has long been valued as a plant that supports the body every single day, helping people remain resilient in the face of physical, mental, and emotional stress. Unlike valerian or chamomile, Tulsi doesn't usually make people feel sleepy immediately after drinking it. Instead, it works much deeper by helping the body manage stress more effectively. This places Tulsi among a special group of herbs known as adaptogens. Adaptogens are believed to help the body maintain balance during periods of emotional pressure, physical fatigue, and mental overload. Since chronic stress is one of the leading causes of poor sleep, addressing that stress at its source may naturally improve sleep without directly acting as a sedative. Modern scientific research has begun supporting this traditional understanding. Studies suggest that Tulsi may help regulate cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. When cortisol remains elevated late into the evening, the brain receives signals to stay alert even though the body is tired. By promoting a healthier stress response, Tulsi may help create conditions that allow natural sleep to occur more easily. Several clinical studies have also reported reductions in anxiety, mental fatigue, and stress-related symptoms among participants who use standardized Tulsi extracts regularly for several weeks. Another reason Tulsi has remained popular for centuries is its broad range of health-supporting compounds. Rich in antioxidants, polyphenol, and naturally occurring plant oils such as eugenol, Tulsi helps protect the body from oxidative stress while supporting immune function and overall wellness. Although these benefits may seem unrelated to sleep, long-term health and quality sleep are closely connected. A healthier body often sleeps more efficiently, recovers more effectively overnight, and wakes feeling more refreshed. Traditionally, Tulsi is prepared as a fragrant herbal tea with a slightly sweet, peppery flavor. Many people enjoy drinking it after dinner as a relaxing evening ritual. Capsules and standardized extracts are also available for those who prefer supplements. Unlike fast-acting sleep remedies, Tulsi rewards consistency. Its calming effects tend to become more noticeable after regular daily use rather than from a single serving.